One of the most difficult and challenging types of communication you can have is giving constructive feedback to somebody. A very useful structure for providing constructive feedback is the 4 I's approach. In this approach, we first provide information, we then explain the importance of that information to us, we make an invitation, and finally we convey the implications. So to begin, we provide information to the person that we are giving the feedback to. The whole goal here is to invite this person to help you solve the problem that you've identified. So by giving information, we provide objective information, something that all of us could observe, something that could be measured. From there, we explain the importance. The importance is stated in I language. That is, what I, as the provider of the feedback, feel or think about the behavior. I then make an invitation to change that behavior. The invitation is very concrete and specific. It's measurable, so both I and the person I'm providing the feedback to know what is to be done, and we can decide if in fact it has been done after the fact. And then finally, I provide implications. That is the consequences of either doing what I've asked for, or perhaps the consequences of not doing. Clearly, there are positive implications. That is the reward that will happen if one complies with the request. And then there are negative implications. That is the consequences of what will happen if the person doesn't follow through. So let me give you an example. Let's say you're doing some collaborative work and you have a team member who has failed consistently to do his work. You could sit down with the person and give a 4 I's message. Start with information. This is the second time that you have failed to turn in your part of our assignment. The importance piece would be, I feel like you're not putting the right effort into this project. An invitation might sound like, for our next meeting, I need you to send me a copy of your deliverable before we meet. And then finally, the implication might be, and if you do so, we'll successfully be able to complete our project. A negative implication might be, if you don't turn it in, we're going to have to ask you to leave the team. By employing a 4 I's approach, you can successfully give critical or constructive feedback in a way that invites the person you're providing the feedback to join you and help you solve the problem, and that person will feel much less defensive.